Hello YouTube, it's Trigger, and today I'm going to show you some Guild Wars 2, in particularly in Guild Wars one of the dungeons called Citadel of Flame, or also known as COF. This is the dungeon in Explore mode, and we're going to be doing the P1 or the Path1 route, which is I would say the quickest route of any of the dungeons, and it gets farmed quite a lot in Guild Wars. So what you can see at the moment on the screen is I'm just sorting my infantry out. I do have a lot of crap I dispose of. I'm just sorting all my infantry out, so when we go through towards the end, you know, you don't lose any, you don't run the risk of losing any sort of any items that you can pick up. And just as the moment is Halloween, so we had these trick-or-treat bags which I was wanting to use then. We are joined by people from my guild called Rutia. Nathan, who's a really good archer. Usually when you do these kind of runs, you want to have like a guardian or something to do with melee, because you'll see in quite towards the end of the actual run, you'll notice that there's a part where one person has to run off and do something, whilst the other four people have to hold where they are. So it's a good idea to get a wide range of classes. But on this attempt we've got mostly ranged people, but we thought we'd give it a go. As you can see, I'm still actually quite sorting a lot of my gear out. Good point when you're doing these kind of stuff, like with anything else like World v World, make sure you've eaten, you've got your bonuses for that. And as you can see in the bottom right above my 6 to 0 keys, I've got a lot of bonuses on. Always good. The more bonuses you have, the better. So get everyone into explore mode and then enter into the actual chamber itself. As you can see, whilst I'm running down here, if you take a right, you head towards where everyone else is ganged up. Only one person has to do this, everyone else doesn't. They can run straight towards the start of this, the actual the path. But you've got to get one person to jump into the area, start the clip off, skip it because you don't need to watch it. You can if you want to, but then, you know, if you're doing runs like this every day, you don't need to watch it. I don't think I've ever actually watched the clip. So skip it, wait until they do all their bish bash, and you get to select which path you want to choose. So obviously you want to pick the first one, being Path 1. Now at the moment we don't actually have all 5 people in the dungeon at the moment. One person is struggling to get in, which you'll notice in a second. So as you can see, I'm using the wings and the combat. I do like the wings of Dire, or ascended, as I do say. You upgraded using the added weapons, so I think they look pretty cool. So what you want to do is get everyone to pick P1, and then you want to head over straight towards your left where everyone else is over here. So you come straight down dungeon and take a left. Whilst we were waiting for the other guy to start, we just started to do a little dance whilst we were waiting for the 5th person to come join us. As you can see on the map, they're just kind of the corner now. So make sure you got all your bonuses on, and good thing to do is have someone take charge and target certain things on the way. As you can see at the beginning, I do that, but towards the end, well, because everyone knows what they're doing. So you want to head towards this like little gap in the which in a second will be broken down, so you want everyone gathered before it. If you have any boosts, you want to, as you can see, my in a second my mouse will go over towards my 0 key, which gives me all my buffs. And as soon as the wall goes down, you want to whack those buffs on and charge straight through the actual gate itself. There's going to be 2 fire turrets on either side and 2 chars in the middle. So what you want to do is you want to fight your way through this little hole here and target one of the flames. And you want everyone to get rid of these flames because these do a lot of damage very quickly. So if you have, it wasn't really great to show, but I went down quite early on because I did stay in this like flame area. So you want to get rid of that first flame turret, and then you see on the left hand side as I start covering around towards it, there's another flame turret around here. You want to try and stay out of the main area if you're a ranger, particularly. There's a lot of flame damage that we've done against you. So get rid of the second turret, then work on either or both the charge at the same time. I picked the left hand one, and there was a few people that went down, like you can see on the top right, but they had someone with them. Always try and work in pairs or in threes, like 2 and a 3, in case if someone goes down, at least you've got someone that can help you when you need it. So as you can see, we get the first one down, and we're just battering in the second one. We're going to kill him in a second. There he goes. So that's done. Have a moment or two to heal yourself back up from recharge and stuff if you want to, or you can just crack straight on down to the road. I've just targeted the next target. He's going to be this slave dude straight down ahead. If you target him in a second, he's the one that's going to have to kill. So we'll turn so you can actually kill him, and first thing I do is I knock him back straight into the wall so everyone do a lot of damage straight away to him. And I switch a lot between my range and my great sword, as you can probably tell in a second. Now in a second you're going to see this big flame dude come up behind there. You see him in the background? Now in a second he actually does a lot of damage towards me and causes me trouble, so I kept an eye on him and I dodged him and I saw him that he was targeting me. Oh, that's a great dodge right there. So I want to try and use my arrows, because I do have piercing arrows, straight through him towards the slave dude so he can do damage to both of them. Then I want to try and get away from him because I saw I was getting low on health, so I dove over towards the rest of the group. So when I did go down, like in a second, at least they were there for me straight away. They'd have to try and get across a lot of enemies just to get to me and risk their lives. They know I was already there, they can go straight towards me, get me back up on my feet, and off we go. A lot of air damage there. Now you don't want to fight the big flaming dude on the left, you want to concentrate on the slave dude, because once he goes down they both go down. So you want all your concentration on that one slave dude that we're all hitting at the moment. And until he goes down, they both go down. So as you see, I jumped in, did help, went back, continue attacking the target. Low health quite at the moment. I am what's it called, a glass cannon build. I do a lot of damage as quickly as I can, but if I stay around in an area too long, then I do go down quite quickly in my health. So as you saw, once the slave goes down, they both go down, so you can run straight past the waypoint and head over towards this area at the top. In a second, this little bridge or whatever on stones will disappear, and then there's going to be a lot of like people talking. You just want to ignore everything that's happening here. So as you can see, I'm just running straight past the whole of this little cutscene. Just jump straight through, dodge, dip, whatever you want to do a little speed boost, get past them, just keep running straight ahead towards this next area. Now, in this next area, there's going to be this ritual that's going on, and the aim of this is you want to attack the 4 chars round the outside where these bowls are as quickly as possible. As you see on the map, I'm actually drawing where you got to go afterwards. So what you want to do, instead of sticking on the area, which actually gets difficult quite quickly, you want to kill each of these 4 targets with the little icons with the head, the cross swords. Once you've killed them, you actually want to move down to the area that we'll be heading to in a second. So kill each one of them, and then you want to head down this little tunnel on the left hand side. Reason being is when you go down here, you don't actually attract the others, and you can wait for the actual event to cycle through so the next 4 targets appear. So run down here, run onto this little rock and jump onto this higher rock, so any of the chars that come down, we do have one that starts to bug us, so I do send an arrow into his ass. But they shouldn't, if everyone's on this rock, then they shouldn't come down and attend with you, so you should be good. You have time to get your health back and get your buffs going again. So after, I say, about 30 seconds, you can then start running back up towards where the main event is. Use your buffs. In a second I'll be using my Rampages 1, just so when I run through this area, there we go, I've got my buffs ready to go. Again, there's 4 targets, the same 4 targets in the same areas, so what you can do as like a mini Zerg is run round the actual round, killing each 4 as you go. I do go down here, which is quite important, luckily Nathan saved me. So what you can do is, as a 4 or 5, let's say, you run round and kill all 4 people, and then again run back down towards the rock and wait for the next 4. Keep doing this until this bit of the event's done. It can be done quickly, but wrongly if people start dying, like I went down, you can tend to get a little bit longer. It might take some time doing this bit, but as you follow this method, run down towards the bottom, get on this rock, and this guy, he was, because he was so close to the lava, he was actually burning whilst he was there, so both me and Nathan had to revive him, getting him up. So get everyone here. A few people were having issues getting down. That was all good. We've got everyone up. Made a few chars up here. At this point, the actual 4 targets came back up, so we thought, you know what, fuck it, let's go again. We're not on full health, as you can see. I'm about 3/4, and that's about half now. But we thought, if you get in there, get it done, we can move on to the next bit, which is more an exciting bit. So run around, try and do as much damage to the 4 targets and then you notice that it's done. You've got the chest up here, get some of your loot. That's a good thing. At the beginning, you saw me do a lot of like infantry. Make sure you've got spaces for your items that you get from the chest. So once you've completed this bit, invite everyone, get everyone charged, head up towards this waypoint and up towards his next sets of rocks. Now, this next bit of the tunnel, you want to start talking about ahead. Now, you have this chamber where there's going to be 4 points, which it has to have one person inside of each of the areas, so that you have to hold it and open up this gate so the 5th person can go in. And I've actually done it, but there's like a 5th point where when you go left, you have to destroy, I believe, a gate or something. Or I might ask Nathan to confirm that. But before you get to that bit, Nathan will be doing that bit, and you'll see that shortly. You have to get through this little chamber. Now, what you have to do is, left and right me at the moment are these little bowls with these flaming balls. The idea is you've got to get 3 people across roughly at the same time. It does expire across this chamber without hitting these fireballs. Now, we did have a thief, and the good thing about having a thief, you can use a teleport. Thief? Was it a thief or Elementus? That shows my knowledge. You can teleport from one side to the other, so you only have to get one person through these rocks. So what's happening here at the moment is one of the guys was actually going to put down a teleport, and you'll see this in a second. So you can see here he's going to grab a ball, run across to the other side. If he didn't have to run across to the other side with a ball, he can just use his ability to go straight across. And he's going to open up this teleport underneath our feet. You can run across the old normal way and, you know, just dodge around, that kind of stuff. But either way, he said that he can teleport, so we did that way. So you go for the teleports, and there's these other 3 like little bits. You want all these having a ball each. Now, I didn't know at this point if we actually if I put one down, but I did. So once you've done that 3, you open this chamber. Now this is the chamber where I was talking about earlier on. You've got to have 4 people in each of these like circles and stay inside. If one person leaves, then the actual gate shuts for the other person, so it makes it a lot harder. So in here you want to use a lot of defensive moves. Like for me particularly, I've got my 4 key and my greatsword, which blocks and knockback. So knocking the actual people out of the little circle where I am. I then switch to my bow and I use my 3 key, which makes me invisible for about 3 seconds. So the actual char wouldn't interest me in a lot. And as they wasn't near me, I actually helped with the other guys that was getting quite bombarded with like, arrows, which you can do. So as you can see, I came over here and got our other guy up as he was having trouble. So you've got to choose who's best for what role, who's best to go up and do a lot of damage. You've got to do a lot of damage really quickly up this bit to get through. I've not actually done it in a second. I might see if I can get a clip for it, but even if you don't kill everyone, what you're going to do, as soon as the gates open, is run through and head over to this area down here. Reason being, it stops all the chars coming through and following you behind you and causing this next bit, the final bit, a lot of trouble. So in front of us here is the final boss, the final F&E, I think it's called. Basically, all you got to do here is just kill him. He does a lot of damage close to him, so if you're doing, if you're like a tank class, you want to get in there, start doing damage, but be cautious. He does get healed up by some crystals around the outside, so if you have a chance, try and destroy the crystals, but mostly you want to try and stick together and do a lot of damage. As you can see, you have these areas around him that crystals drop. Try and watch out for them, and you just got to do a lot of damage as quick as you can. And this bit I do stick with Nathan quite a bit. I use my bow, switch my sword, jump in and get back out as soon as I can. This bit I knew I was low in health quite quickly, so I wanted to get out to Nathan so he can get me up really quickly. That's always a good thing. If don't try and be solo and like, yeah, there's just me, I want to go in and hit him. If then you go down, then you've got to take someone else to get them to you, like you see just then. Someone else is by themselves, so it went down and I had to look at it, I saw that person, so I went back and got him. Now I did get a little bit of in trouble at this point. I went in too close and luckily I had both people near me. And me and Nathan got a crystal pile drive into our head then. Good heal things is the spring, the healing spring. It does, you know, heals at people in a radius, so sit together, buff each other as much as you can. So I'm doing a lot of range damage being the ranger. Me particularly, I like switching my pets around, so using their abilities, because with a ranger, if their pet dies, you can switch out and get the new pet with a full health. You just keep switching, keep using his abilities. As you can see, I'm doing a lot of radius damage. The actual the boss is down to at least about half his health. Just keep doing this process until he's done. There's nothing really else or easy way of doing it. You just gotta grind it. Do a lot of damage as quick as you can. Make sure if you can work on the crystals. I have one person at least working on the crystals. I saw this guy across the side that was down, so I went down and helped him. Even though I'm on really low health, I went round and helped him because I thought, well, you might as well. If he goes down, it's going to take longer to get him from being down than actually being out to get him back up. So if you see someone down, help him straight away, don't be Jack. Now, I went back around towards Nathan and using my heal pooling to try to keep me and him up. I saw he was down on quite a bit of health at the same time. So we're down to 25% now. Keep hitting my techniques of my grass cannon, doing a lot of distance from afar, using my longbow, using aerial damage, using my rampages 1 when it comes round, and then switching to my greatsword, zooming in, doing a lot of damage, and then using my my zoom out, I can't remember my 6 key, I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, you zoom back out and heal up, keep using your range, you keep switching, because if you stick on one item, you've got to wait for stuff to recharge, and if you switch it back to your other item or your other weapon, then you can use the great perks and stuff that you've got set up on that weapon class, and do a lot of damage as quick as you can. That's the idea of it. Especially glass cannons, you want to get in, do a lot of damage, and get out without having hassle. Now, as you can see, I was having a lot of trouble. My health was really low a lot of time because bosses like these, it takes a long time to get rid of him, and he does a lot of damage. Don't trust around, don't mess around, don't think you can go in there and do 1v1 against him. No, this bit I was getting quite confused because I was getting rallying for no real reason. So I went down and second I'd be rallied again. And no one healed me. Got rallied back up. So once he's dead, you'll get a chest. You get some carvings. You get a personal chest on the right. Make sure you get this chest over here because it's got a lot of items in it. And a few pieces of gold. I believe it's 1 gold. So if you do this every day, this run every day, you get quite a lot of gold quite quickly. That's basically it. That's Path 1. As you can see, it didn't really take that long. I say about it can range from 15 minutes to 20 minutes for per run. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, please message below. Please like, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff, and I'll see you next time.